Ladies and gentlemen, back here in QUIP Town at the beautiful Aliquippa High School, and as you can see, their amazing weight room, and they put a lot of time in the off season to get where they're about to go this weekend. Back to Hershey, state championship on the line. Of course, we're talking PIAA classification. They're going to take on 15-0 Southern Columbia. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the head coach of Aliquippa, Mike Smianik, and they too 15-0. And folks, 1968, the journey began for him as a coach. He just wanted to be an English lit teacher, the best he could be. He had no intention of ever being a coach. Well, he's turned out to be a great coach, and 60 straight regular season wins for this football team that he has been on the sidelines. And more importantly, he has built a lot of wonderful content as far as the community, and a lot of wonderful young men who've gone out into that community to do some very special things. We're going to talk a little football, but the Beaver County Times has recognized him as the Coach of the Year, and Kazon Pugh, who had 3 touchdowns against Central Martinsburg last week in the semifinal, who's headed to Pitt, is the Times Player of the Year. Congratulations, Coach.
Thank you, Rob. Appreciate it.
1968, so how in the world did you end up becoming a football coach when you had no intention of being one?
I was actually coaching junior high basketball with Frank Janisic and Don Yanessa, who is a friend of mine. Far before that, way before that, came here, got the head coaching job. In his second year here, he needed a junior high coach, and he asked me to do it. And I said, I never played football. He said, I'll teach you. So here I am.
Hey, let's talk about the Teflon Don, who I love, the one and only Don Yanessa. What's he meant to this school and to the legacy of Aliquippa? I think just about everything.
Well, when we first started, Aliquippa had won 12 games in 9 years. So it was, through his leadership with the rest of us who helped him out, we developed a rapport with the kids and resolved some of the problems that we had in our school. They were always tough kids here, and all they needed was some discipline, some organization, some direction. And he was the kind of guy with his personality that was able to do that.
Hey, just pan around, take a look at this weight room a little bit. This is Aliquippa at its best. I love Aliquippa. Aliquippa never gets enough love as far as your Pratte pack is concerned. As you can see, they take care of their students here in this wonderful community, and that's a beautiful weight facility. And I want to get back to the coach here and talk a little bit about this school and why people need to see what has happened here as far as the remodeling and the rebuilding. This is an amazing place of higher education, and these kids do extremely well, but they've got a great home base to get all that stuff done, right?
It's a tough place. It's always been a tough place in Milltown. And, the economics has made us smaller and smaller. But we've maintained the kind of student population for the last several years. And it's going to stay that way. The town has a reputation on both ends of it, both as great athletes, but my kids are good kids. They're not street kids. They're not inner city kids. And they're just kids who all grew up here with their families. I mean, great grandparents that I've known. These are the same names for years and years.
Well, I love this community, from the American Italian Club to my parish, St. Titus, wonderful people in Aliquippa. All right, here we go again, Southern Columbia. Functionally, as far as the football team, very sound football team, have a lot of the same ability that your kids have, and it's going to be, I think, going to go down to the wire. But your thoughts about Southern Columbia?
They're huge. They have a great program. The coach has been there for many, many years. They've won 6 state championships as Class A when they were playing Rochester and some of those teams, and they've moved up to Double A, and they're very good. They're very good, well drilled, huge, very big, and it'll be a real test for us.
You have the fan base there. Now, speaking of classification, things are going to reshuffle next year, and you're going to get to go up to AAA. That excite you?
Yeah, it would be better. It's what's best for us. It's what's best for our program. We'll get to play Central Valley and Hopewell and some of those other schools traditionally we're with, Beaver Falls. It'll be a good league. It'll be very competitive, and I don't know how well we'll do, but we're certainly going to do the best we can. I'm sure we'll be okay.
There's a reason why you have the grit to go along with that record. Fact or fiction, many years people have told me that you could have actually played single A football as opposed to Double A, but you felt it was best for your young men to compete at the Double A level.
We've been playing up in class since 1980, so you can do the math, whatever the math was for that. Yeah, we've been a single A. We're going to be a single A next time, even the 6 classifications, but it's just not in our best interest to do that.
Coach, always a pleasure. Good luck Saturday.
Thanks, Rob. I appreciate it.
Noon, Hershey, ladies and gentlemen, state championship. It'll be Aliquippa and Southern Columbia. Have a great evening from your Pratte Pack and QUIP Town, USA.